Hello everyone, welcome back to the new video on this channel. Today I would like to talk about the price of Bitcoin. We would like to predict where Bitcoin is going to go in the near future, in the immediate short term. Also, I would like to point out how fundamentals are important in this like we have been through since the top in November. Yeah. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the charts. And today I would like to start with MVRVZ score. What we can see here is basically how where can we find the top. As you can see here, you can see that whenever we have the top, this red line was reaching its peak, right? So now let's take a look what is happening now with the price of Bitcoin. And as you can see, the price is approximately right there. Is the market cap of Bitcoin, and the MVRV score is here. So it's closer and closer to this green, let's say, support zone. Whenever we were in green, it meant that it was a really nice opportunity to buy some Bitcoin, and who bought Bitcoin in this green zone is now in a big profit. So what we can see is that the trend is still to the downside, and as you can see, we are closer and closer to this green zone. So keep it in mind, guys, that we can reverse from here, but also we can have a bit, let's say, more harsh correction, and then we will witness the price to go a bit lower, and it means that the Z-score will also follow. And whenever we are in this green zone, it's really good on buying opportunity. What is also really helpful, at least for me, is to take a look at our hodl ratio. It was in one of the first video on this channel I was mentioning it. And I still think that this our hodl ratio is really important. Let's say on-chain data we can gather today, and we can base our predictions on. And as you can see, we are also coming down. As you can see, our hodl ratio, when it was at its peak, also it showed us the peak in the Bitcoin price here, and here. So whenever we were at the peak, our hodl ratio was right. So what about this time? It's hard to tell, right? Because it's like in a midway. It's heading down, so it might imply that we will go down. The trend is to the downside, but also we are not sure, because as you can see, for instance, from here we went straight to the moon, right? So we can have a reversal in no time. What is important here is that we are not in the red zone when it's time for selling Bitcoin, right? I'm bringing it up today in this video because a lot of people are telling that we've already reached the top and the price of Bitcoin will never go higher, and we should panic sell everything. But in my opinion, fundamentals are not telling so. Fundamentals are not proving the fact that we are at the peak. Fundamentals are actually telling us that we are close to let's say in a midway to higher prices, but also a midway to the lower prices, right? So we cannot like say that we are in at the top. We still have a lot more room to go, in my view. Yeah, so keep it in mind, guys, when let's say predicting the price of Bitcoin. So now let's dive straight into the Bitcoin chart. And what you can see in the Bitcoin chart is that we are in a clear downtrend. Also, we are low on the RSI on a daily time frame. But yeah, it doesn't tell us much actually, because we can stay here for longer. We can have like some kind of a accumulation zone right here, but to be honest, it's like impossible to predict right now. What I'm doing is I'm standing on the sidelines. I'm just keeping an eye on what's going on in the world. I'm keeping an eye on some important events that take place nowadays. And yeah, but based on that, I try to predict the price, because like pure TA will, in my opinion, will not tell you exactly if we can go lower. I think that nowadays the price is strongly correlated with the events we are witnessing right now. So you can ask, what type of events? What should I observe? I think that the very important thing is a conflict between Russia, Ukraine, and the USA. Also we have a very let's say inflation that is really problematic to us. We do not know what politicians will do about it, what governments will do, what steps will they take to stop the inflation. They can increase, for instance, interest rate. Yesterday we had a Fed meeting, but to be honest, nothing has been said about it. The only info is that we can expect interest rates to go higher in March, but we don't know how high and how far they will go. So that's something we should like keep an eye on, because like pure TA will not tell you everything. In situation like we have now, I would advise to take a look at fundamentals. I would advise also to take a look at higher time frames, because volatility now is really, really big. So it's really hard to predict what will happen in the immediate short term. But in the midterm, it's a bit, let's say, easier game to play. So let's take a look what's happening on the weekly time frame, for instance. And as you can see, we are below EMA ribbons. And unfortunately, this week we are not trying to reverse the trend. We are still like heading down very strongly. It's like a waterfall, We are just go straight to the floor. As you can see, like there is like no evidence in the world that the price will reverse actually on a weekly time frame. But you have to remember that we will not stay that low forever, right? We are not yet in an oversold territory of RSI. But we are very low on the RSI. Taking into account it's a weekly time frame, you can see that low we were not very, very, very often. So keep it in mind that it's I can say that on the RSI on the weekly time frame we are low, but unfortunately the price is not going to the upside, which means that we can go a bit lower on the RSI as well. We can even reach a new all-time low on the RSI. If the events I mentioned will turn out to be, if the events I mentioned turn out to be worse than we expect, then lower prices of whole crypto market, lower prices in stock market, like everything will go down. So yeah, in a weekly time frame, we are just heading down. Even the EMA ribbons are now flipping bearish, because as you can see, they are more and more squeezed, which means that they are day by day they are flipping bearish. That's not great actually. On a monthly time frame, it's a really big time frame, but what you have to have in mind is that unfortunately we had a bearish cross on the MACD, which is not that good. Bearish cross on higher time frames might be very powerful. As you can see here, for instance, we had a bearish cross right there, yeah. And look at the price, guys. Yeah, you see, it's like, yeah, here we have a correction, and also we had a correction in the MACD, yeah. So as you can see, this cross is not good for us. What I want to tell you in this video, be patient, guys, because it will not be a matter of days, it will not be a matter of weeks when Bitcoin will reach all-time high. It might be a matter of months actually, when we will finally reverse the trend, when we will finally come back to the bull market. Of course, there might be like some, I don't know, happy event that will make the price higher, but from what I see in the world right now, it's really hard to say that we've already reached the bottom, and that's the lowest price we can go. As you can see, we have big support on 30K. It's a big psychological level. It was a huge support over there. Also, we had a big support on 20K. Not that, in my opinion, important on this as this on 30K, but still a big support. And in my opinion, the biggest support of them all, and in my opinion, like very low price target, but a really good buying opportunity, is at 12K. So you can still DCA on those price targets. Also, if you don't have any Bitcoin, you can just buy some, because you do not want to miss the opportunity of the generation. Yeah, that's how we used to speak about Bitcoin, and I think we will continue doing that when the price will finally reverse. So yeah, you can DCA basically, and that's like something you can always do. Yeah, but it's not a financial advice. It's up to you. You have to do your own due diligence to find out the best option for you. Yeah, but yeah, I think that having some Bitcoin is really powerful, especially if you have an inflation like this. Then remember, guys, that even holding USD or any other currency, you will still be in a loss. So let's keep it in mind. Okay, that's probably it in this video. If you enjoyed this video, please smash up the like button. You can also click the subscribe button, then you will be up to date with every new video I will drop out on this channel. Okay, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.